Miriam, guess what?
What?
My dates are now live.
Are they?
Finally.
All of them?
All of them.
Hell
The links are
yeah.
live.
Amazing. Are you going to list
All
them
the way
off?
through the end of 2023.
That's
Yeah, I got them all in
wild.
order here, though, so I won't, tittle fuck around.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
That's great.
Here we go.
Wait,
Sandy.
before you read it.
What?
Guys, all of this information you're about to hear is also available at entitledhousewife.com.
Yes, it is.
But here it is.
You don't want me
for
to
your
say 'em?
No, I'm saying
Here it is for convenience.
also if
they're gonna skip
if you don't
over
want
it?
to rewind, if you don't want to rewind or whatever. Should I not have said that?
It's fine, Miriam.
Okay. Let's hear them.
Nashville, Tennessee, April 29th. Then Stamford, Connecticut, Phoenix, Arizona, Des Moines, Iowa, Austin, Texas, second show added, Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, Tampa, Florida, Dayton, Ohio, Raleigh, North Carolina, Albany, New York, San Francisco, Madison, Wisconsin, Hartford, Connecticut, Philly, baby, and then Salt Lake City, Orlando, Naples, Springfield, Missouri, Syracuse, New York, Buffalo, Kansas City, and then St. Louis. Everything at entitledhousewife.com or BeckyRobinsonTheGreat.com. Everything on the merch store is live. Go and get it. Thank you. Can't wait to see you guys out there on the tour. We have been having so much fun.
Woo.
I really,
It
I
seems
know,
like
you know,
it.
I hit a point there when I was like, I hate my fucking material. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I was like really itching to be like, it's scary to try new stuff at first. Now we're back in the swing, baby.
Good.
And I'm having fun trying the new stuff, and it doesn't feel scary anymore.
Love it.
So that's good.
That's great. I've been having a lot of fun listening to your new stuff.
Really?
It's really cool just to watch it morph too, like the way you say it one way, tweak it, say it another way. It's the craft of writing jokes, and it's really fun to witness.
Oh, thanks, Miriam.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You feel rejuvenated? I think this is what's happening is I keep getting back in town and I'm just becoming increasingly more tired.
I know.
So come Mondays, I've just had the worst luck with travel lately. And yesterday, Miriam,
What happened yesterday?
yesterday morning, remember when I was texting you?
Oh, yeah. How you had to sprint. Well,
Well, the
the
early
attack.
morning. So
Yeah.
I scheduled an Uber for 4:30 a.m.
And sorry, remind me which city you were in? Alabama.
Huntsville, Alabama.
That's right.
Huntsville, Alabama. Also, good morning. Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday.
We did a little false start because I was being a bitch.
You were being a bitch. We just needed to energize a little bit.
I was trying to figure out really quick here where this is coming from. But yesterday.
Yesterday,
So we finished the show. It was only one show a night, which I haven't done in a while, which was nice. But then the people at the club, they were like, we're going to be here for the next 2 hours if you guys want to hang out. I was like, can we do karaoke? Mm-hmm. And so we were singing karaoke on stage, and I was dancing around the club, just blowing off some steam, but didn't end up going to bed till 2.
yeah.
So I scheduled an Uber for 4:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up at 4, and the guy had messaged me, and he said, hey, Uber sent me here early, so I'm here, but take all the time you need. I'll just be here if you want to come out at 4:30. So I was like, okay. So the second I'm walking out the door, I see the guy zoom off because there was a guy yelling at him in his window and right in his face. And then I walk outside, and the guy was like, oh, is that your Uber? Yeah, he's gone. He just up and left. And I was like, fuck, okay. Because it's a small town.
And this is a normal looking guy, or does he look disheveled? Does he look like he's been up all night, or did he,
He looked like maybe he had been booted out of his hotel room or something.
Okay.
But I don't know. He had some ice on.
Okay.
He had a Louis Vuitton looking belt, but got immediately in my face and was like, you got any money? I need money. I was like, there's an ATM right there. Go get me some money. Please, please, please go get me some money. And the yelling was just I wasn't really awake yet. And it was also just there's no one for miles around. And I just ran back into the hotel, and I was like, I'm sorry. I don't I also hadn't left any time for error in getting to the airport. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to find another lift. And it's the only flight out that was Otherwise, it would have been flown back today. Wouldn't have been able to pod. Not that it's the end of the world, but it was just like,
Oh, it's the end of the world.
it would have sucked. And so, luckily, there was one Lyft driver that was like, I happen to be in the area. The other ride was 10 miles. So I just came and swooped you instead. And I was like, thank God. This guy drops me off, and our flight just so happens to leave like 15 minutes late. So right when the first flight touches down, it was Huntsville to Charlotte, Charlotte to LAX.
Yeah.
Right when the first flight touches down, I get a notification that my next flight is boarding.
Of course.
And we're like taxiing up to the door, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
hey, come on, because I can take anywhere from a minute to 2 hours, you know? And so I look at the thing, and you know how the apps on your phone now, they tell you how long the walk is to your next gate?
Yeah.
It said 17 minutes.
Okay.
That's a doozy.
You had
And it's no Skylink, it's
No,
no
you're
tram,
right.
it's
Yeah.
a 17-minute
a
walk.
walk. Yeah.
Have you been to the Charlotte airport?
No.
It's DFW size, but no Skylink.
Oh.
Like, it's a whole citywide thing.
Yeah.
So I just, like, packed up my shit, like, the second, and then we had to wait for them to, get the little bags off when you stand on the side of the plane and they hand you their little bags. Luckily, it came out fairly soon. So I just bolt in a dead fucking sprint the whole way. And people were like, Jesus! Oh, God! Because I was just, like, running. Erin had given me her neck pillow, and it's flailing around. My water jug is, like, clanking. I had barely any luggage, but it was just, like, my tiny wheeler, And
Yeah. All the wigs in tow.
just one wig this time. One wig, skirt,
Yeah.
one show outfit. I just sprint all the way there, and it's like there was a literal, I'm not even gonna call this an entitled, but it was like, I would say this was a Karen.
Okay.
There had been some sort of kerfuffle at the gate.
Sure.
And she was standing there with a bunch of police and the people working the desk.
Oh, God.
And she just kept being to her kids like, you did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. That worker was doing the wrong thing. She should have never spoken to you like that. She was leaning over the counter. She is a liar. And the little kid is like on his Game Boy. He's like, fucking whatever, Mom. Like,
oh, my God.
So I get in line. It was like boarding group 9, so it was like the very last group. I was at the end of the row when I got in, and I like had to piss so fucking bad. I'm head to toe dripping
Drenched.
sweat, Marianne.
Yeah.
Dripping. Hadn't slept.
Well, 2 hours. You had 2 hours.
Sorry. Yeah, 2 hours. My whoop's like, danger, danger, danger.
Oh, God.
And I get in, and the two people are already sitting in the middle in the aisle, and I was like, I'm right there. Sorry. And I go in and I sit down knowing damn well I'm going to have to piss in 2 minutes. And of course, the lady in the middle falls right to sleep, little old lady. But once we were in the air, I was like, I got right in her face. I was like, I'm so sorry. I have got to pee. And then she was like, oh, no. I'll go too. But it was a 5-hour flight of just being wet.
You didn't sleep?
On the flight,
Yeah.
I knocked out a little bit.
Okay.
I took a small nibble of a Xanax because I was like,
There you go.
I was worried I might have a panic attack.
Need a little assist.
I feel like that's so pussy to say, but I really was like, my feet, it was just like, my bag was so stuffed at my feet, and I was just like, fuck, I really feel like I need to move a little bit more, even though I had just sprinted that long.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like really scared. I haven't felt like that irritable in a long time, and I was like worried that if one more thing might have happened, I might have just like, I almost texted Erin and said like, hey, I might come home like really irritable, but we'll see in 5 hours. I was like, I wanted to like send a quick, hey, just FYI to a couple people.
Yeah. I'm in a mood. Just watch
I'm in
out.
a bad fucking mood.
Yeah. Well, it's nice you're self-aware.
Yeah. But then we got in, and my cousins texted me, and they were like, hey, we're in town for 2 hours. Can we come by?
Oh,
so
my gosh.
normally would have hopped right into bed for a nap. And I'm sorry, that was a 10-minute story. But
It's okay.
cousins came
We're
over,
back.
didn't nap, didn't anything. Just
Just
so
kept going.
I'm a little bit on one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You just need to sleep a little bit.
I know.
I'm just worried you're like on go mode, and
I know.
you're gonna crash and burn at some point.
I know.
So
I know.
you heard it here first.
Whenever I start toying with the idea of looking at real estate again, it feels like too much.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because it's so much correspondence and like paperwork and shit.
As soon as you open that can of worms,
But
it's
like, yeah, everything
nonstop.
feels pretty manageable. But that, and then like, I guess there's just a couple other things going on in the background that I need to just get a hold of. And
Yeah.
for some reason, I'm just a little too panicked, and I need to
Yeah.
I could start making some very unhealthy decisions. Or we could, thank God I'm here with you.
Yup.
If anyone else was here, who knows?
Yeah. I know.
You're my savior.
Well,
You really are.
I mean,
Even doing that obnoxious little dance.
I try. I try.
No, Miriam! It's fun, aunt.
Yeah. That's my goal in life. Just, I'm willing to sacrifice how I come off to the world to make other people laugh,
Miriam's on cloud 9 right now because Christina Pazitsky followed her today.
I think it was an accident.
That's... Miriam, fuck off.
It has to be.
It's not an accident.
I don't
You're over
even,
here plugging your mom's house.
I don't even...
You're their biggest listener.
I don't even follow her. It's like it's gotta be
And
an
I
accident.
do. And I do. And I went to unfollow her to see if she followed me. She doesn't. Listen, Christina, if you're going to follow Miriam, please follow me because it's not fair.
Yeah, and you're very funny. And also, the other thing...
Very funny.
In that clip, I even
Like, she doesn't know.
I know. You need us to tell you.
We love you.
We're going to plug your podcast and we're going to tell you how funny you are.
I hear your husband's great, too. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, have us on one time, We'd love to do the show.
We just got our first feature on Spotify today.
No, Apple.
Oh, it looked like Spotify.
It was Apple.
Sorry.
Well, they're competitors. You can't... If one of them scratches your back, don't
do you
give the
subscribe
credit
to?
to the other one. I know. Well, actually both. I honestly listen to podcasts on Apple Podcasts and I listen to music on Spotify.
But you don't pay for Apple Music.
No. Yeah. But I have an iPhone.
Me too.
Gave them enough money.
A couple computers as
A
well.
couple computers, a few stocks.
Dog's gone through many pairs of AirPods, so.
Yeah, exactly.
There's support. There's
Yeah.
mutual support
We
there,
love
Apple.
you.
Don't
We love
worry.
you, Apple.
We're giving you our 2 cents as well.
Listen, you got a great
Give a
product.
shout out to your mom's house. Give a shout out to Apple. I'm glad we got that out of the way because, Lord, do they need some good PR.
Elon, if you're listening.
He does need good press. The past couple times I've been doing that Tesla joke, people moan.
Really?
Yes.
In a bad way.
And then I've started saying, "Don't worry, my vibrators still run on diesel." And then they're like, "Ah, thank God, she just didn't." Yeah, she's not a total cunt.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, you're also it's demographic too, where your
know.
shows are.
Yeah, I know.
Depends.
I know. But the last time I
get
said
it.
it in LA,
I thought it did well in LA.
it's just not funny anymore.
Not. What was that?
Did you hear that, Cruel?
Cruel?
Did you hear that? Is there something on the roof? Is that
Sounded-
a meteoroid?
Sounded like something just jumped on the roof.
Is it a meteoroid or an asteroid? Chris is going to check.
All right. We're engineer free right now, which we do.
It's probably fine.
Yeah.
It's probably just the AC or something kicking.
It's probably just a body.
Was that you?
No, someone's on the roof.
Oh.
Or a critter. Something's happening on the roof.
Something's on the roof.
This episode's going to be called Something's on the Roof. What could it be?
Something going on the roof.
Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't have, well, I actually had, I flew in and out, quick trip to Sonoma for a project this weekend, and I did, all my flights were easy peasy. I didn't get
so happy for you.
accosted by any strangers asking for money. I did run into a gaggle of entitled's.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Those are my
if
people.
they haven't been yet, they're on their way to one of your shows. It was very funny. Like, I just saw them and I knew exactly. I was like, this is like, I should have just sent them your clip right there and been like, you know her, right?
You should just airdropped it to them.
Yeah, exactly.
When this pod comes out, you got to post the picture of them to the story.
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
Instagram
Like,
account,
which one
'cause
of you is this?
It's so funny. Like the skirt with the pants with the skirt with the capris underneath, and then the like rhinestone flip flops.
The
and
leopard
the blonde
print.
dyed short hair, like
Oh yeah,
gelled up.
trucker hats, leopard print carry-on bag. It was It was them.
And then there was a resting bitch face story.
Yeah, they ended up sitting in front of me on the plane, and I had headphones in and I was reading a book, but I could still hear them. And one of them was just like, yeah, I do have resting bitch face, but I actually think I'm a pretty nice person. Like, all right. Yeah, most of us are who have the resting bitch face.
Do you think you have a resting bitch face?
No, I don't think so. I have a vivid memory of this guy in high school telling me on the bus. We were sitting next to each other on the bus to school, and he said, my face is never not smiling. He was he's like, can you even frown? And I tried, but I was like laughing while I was doing it. He's like, you always have a smirk even when you're serious.
Like, yeah, the smirk I can confirm.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a resting bitch face.
No, I don't think you do either.
I maybe look confused or like I just got slapped with a dick.
Angela's got a resting bitch face.
Yeah. Yeah, she's easy to read.
I know.
For sure.
I know. Well, no, but sometimes she just looks mad and she's really just like, that's her.
Yeah.
That's just her baseline.
Yeah.
We love her.
Yeah. Kendall has a serious resting bitch face.
Yeah, I could see that.
But that's also, I mean, yeah. Like it goes from the biggest smile to then when it's not the biggest smile, it's like, it's pretty, like, you better watch the fuck out. She just also has very defined, like, good eyebrows, so it can kind of
Oh boy. Yeah.
Who calling me
Right now? Turn that off.
They hung up.
Okay.
Someone named Philip.
Okay. Well, we're in the middle of this, so
I know, but yeah.
Anyway, came back from Sonoma. It was great, and then it was really nice finally in LA this weekend. And my friend Lexi and I were like, "Let's go to the beach."
Is it nice on your side of town?
It was nice, as in like not hazy and not like raining.
Yeah.
And it said it was gonna be like in the 70s. So she was like, "Let's go to the beach." I'm like, "Yeah." We get in like beach clothes, and then we go, lay out our towels. And as we're walking up, we're just like, it is windy. Like, it is really windy. And we're just like just shivering on the beach. We're like, we can last. We can hold out for another hour or so.
Oh, it's the worst. Which beach did you go to?
Venice. Yeah. Just right there. She lives right near there.
Right next to the jetty.
The jetty?
Where the people surf? Where like the little Groms surf?
I didn't see anyone surfing.
Okay.
In any case, it was really windy, really cold. Not a great beach day, but it was nice to be next to the ocean.
Yeah.
So we had that.
Smell the ocean spray.
Yeah, exactly. But I finished my book. I just blasted through that thing last week.
Which one is it?
I think what happened was we had a question last week where...
Oh, yeah, you said you hadn't read in years.
Yeah, and then I just picked up a book and read the whole thing in a week.
What was it?
It's called The Idiot.
Oh, yeah.
And I, really identified with the main character. And, yeah, honestly. And then the whole time I was reading it, I was like, okay, who's going to end up being the idiot? Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be the protagonist, and I'm pretty sure that, I know that's who I identify with the most. Sure enough, she is the idiot. And
is the whole idea that anyone could be the idiot?
I don't know. It's up for interpretation. But
okay.
It's a fictional story. I thought it was really clever, super dry humor. And yeah, I don't know, it hooked me.
Are you a fan of movies that are left up to interpretation?
Yeah.
I am too. My parents and my sister, it's like the toughest thing to try to watch. Like I put on we watched was it the Oscars together? And Everything Everywhere won, everything.
Everything.
And The Whale. And those are the two movies they hadn't seen. So they were like, oh, we got to watch Steve. We got to watch that.
Yeah.
Sin, we got to watch that. And then the next time I went back, we watched Everything Everywhere. And it was so annoying that it was funny, but they just could not. They were like, you know what? What's happening? This is just weird. My dad fell asleep for the whole first hour and a half. Then he woke up and goes, this is the worst fucking movie I've ever seen. And I was like, you've been asleep the whole time. And he's like, no, I haven't.
I've been listening.
I was like, just trust me. It'll all come together, just in a little bit. Like I was laughing in that movie. I was bawling.
Loved that movie.
I kept saying, like, by the end of this, I was crying my eyes out. And then they were kind of, like, my mom was walking around, like, went and put her pajamas on. She was, like, uninterested. And then the part came up where they, you know how sometimes they get stuck in, like, an in-between? The part came on where they had turned it into rocks.
I love that.
And
That's
my mom
my
goes,
favorite universe.
quietly from the kitchen, she goes, is this the part that had you bawling in tears?
Oh my God.
Oh, God damn it, dude.
There's literally, because it's just subtitled. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
rocks
They
of
were
eyes.
like, they just, you know, like parent, they're just like, what the fuck?
You know, you say that, but my parents watched that movie and they loved it.
Your parents are special.
I know. They're pretty good.
My sister hates movies like that. If it has like an underlying or left up to interpretation, she's like, no.
She would hate Donnie Darko. Nobody gets that
What
movie.
do I make of that, though? As my family members, like, do I need to teach them a course?
No, I think...
Because I felt like an idiot trying to explain it to them.
Well, do they also hate abstract art?
Yeah, I would assume so. I
I
mean,
think-
the art in the house is like a picture of a horse and like picture of a couple peaches. That's it. And probably something my mom got directly from TommyBahama.com.
Yeah, Z Gallery.
Abstract art would never enter the Robinson household, ever.
Wow. So my parents love abstract art. We had like always really interesting things on the wall, like from like we would just be at a market and my dad would see this like interesting, I can't remember, we were in Wisconsin and they saw this like local artist took an old door and cut it up and made this like really interesting, it's like a frame and all these colors. It was right in our entryway the whole time I was growing up, so I'm sure Sarah probably saw it and was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But we had interesting abstract art all the time.
You come from a family of artists.
I think it's just like a, I mean, this might be a lofty comparison, but like, you know how,
What?
like people who are really religious,
Mm-hmm.
it's like they feel really uncomfortable without an answer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like, oh, well, everything's in God's plan.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore you feel comforted knowing that someone knows what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like, I'm not in discomfort by that idea that like
The
nothing,
vast unknowingness.
yeah, like I don't know what happens after we die, and it doesn't really impact my day to day, and I don't need to know that to feel okay.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the same with art, where it's like I'm okay just like looking at something without it having a purpose and just being able to like make it whatever
Just let
I
it
feel.
marinate.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I it's making me feel this way, and that like innate feeling is either like or dislike, or moved or inspired or whatever. And then there's like classical art is in no way of interest to me at all. Like I can appreciate the craft and like the skill that goes into like
Like the Mona Lisa?
sure.
Or what do you mean classic art?
Yeah, like I guess like I would never want the statue of David, it like that style of artwork in my house. But I can appreciate that was like
You want a
chiseled.
big old naked dick up in your house?
Big old dick in the house.
Miriam, that could be a statement for your life.
True. But you know what I mean, though.
Let's talk broader strokes.
I'm just like even
Let's
like
zoom out.
realistic paintings. I'm just like, okay, like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was a like well painted.
Okay, so what do you think of photographs?
I can appreciate a photograph. I can appreciate it, but it's not like it's not moving or inspiring to me. It's like more so just aesthetically pleasing. It's a nice composition or a nice like color palette, or you know, interesting. I really like portraits for photography more than I like landscape photography.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because I love like there is something abstract and unknowing about like what was this person thinking?
Yeah.
Why are they? You know, who are they? What was their life story? Like, I really like that, the unknown aspect of a photograph, you know?
Mm-hmm. I also, I like things that are abstract or even just, I mean, there's paintings that, like, Didn't you come up with a segment once that was like, we're bad art?
Yes.
Art what?
I wanted us
Critics?
I wanted us to look at different art. We would each look at the same piece and give our critique.
Yeah.
Or like what we thought of it.
What do you think of my framed art?
What, Nicolas Cage as an astronaut?
The cast of Baywatch smiling.
I mean,
Lindsay Lohan mugshots.
I wouldn't even call that art. I think those are interesting artifacts that make you laugh.
Yeah. Well, he kind of only made me laugh once, but I really did find the David Hasselhoff Baywatch cast, I found that to be uplifting.
There you go. But
I
that's
had that
the thing.
right above my computer in my old office.
That's right.
I would just, you'd look up and they're all smiling at you.
Yeah.
You know, what's the song? Some people stand in the darkness, afraid to, don't you worry, it's gonna be all right. Like that. Warm hug.
Yeah.
Forever and always.
But see,
I'm always here.
That's the beauty of art to me, is like, I don't have to like the art that you like. It makes you feel a big warm hug, and that's what makes it great for you.
Yeah. So
and it should be in your house, you know.
The way my parents view art pisses me off. Do I just leave that at that?
Sure. Well, I think it's just they don't.
They want answers.
Some people buy art to fill a blank wall.
Yeah.
And other people buy art because it speaks to them in a way.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to judge either way, you know,
right,
like
Miriam. Yeah, right.
I know how I would do it, and it's why I have a lot of blank walls.
True that.
You know.
Well, you do have one art wall, which is the one you threw your clog at to kill a cockroach. That is art. I don't think anything should ever cover that. That portrait of a woman living alone.
My whole apartment is
you, cockroach! Your whole apartment is just like
an installation
strokes of death.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you fall out of the shower and hit something. Sorry, that's
It's super dark. Oh. Yeah. If I die alone one day, they're gonna replay this at my funeral.
Well, I hope so. I'd love to get some airtime. Lord knows I'll be giving a speech.
Dude, you doing my eulogy would be...
Listen up, motherfucks.
I'm pretty sure she single-handedly ruined my career. And frankly, I'm glad she's dead.
Miriam Grace Mulligafari leaves behind not much.
A shoe print.
Save for a follow by Christina Pazitsky, which really made her cockier than...
Stop. Stop.
I just kidding.
Yeah. Okay, movies with parents. Did you ever... Because we used to watch movies. That was like our go to Blockbuster every week. We would rent movies and we would watch them as a family.
I just want to say really quick, I'm sorry I keep looking at my phone, but I'm waiting to hear if I got off this fucking roll.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm not going to look at it again.
Okay. Just flip it upside down.
Okay.
We got, we can get through 30 more minutes. If that.
No, I know. It's got really hot.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. What were you thinking about? The Blockbuster.
Blockbuster. We used to go every week. We would watch movies as a family. And anytime, and my parents let us watch R-rated movies.
Yeah.
If they were interested in watching them, we would, watch them together. And then anytime there was a sex scene, we had our TV. This was before flat screens. So the TV was, in a nook. And there was this little pull-down door. And I swear, anytime there was a sex scene, my dad would be, trigger finger on the remote to fast forward it.
No way.
My mom would run up to the TV, pull the screen down, and she would dance in front of the TV to distract us from the sex scene. And we knew what was happening. I think they were just sparing themselves the awkwardness of having to sit through it with us.
Oh my God.
And it was like Reza and I laugh about it all the time, and my parents, we all laugh about how that was such a, it sits so heavy with me still, where I'm like, yeah, it was all the time that would happen. And then I remember specifically one time we were watching There's Something About Mary.
Yes.
And of course, the iconic scene where her hair is sticking up. Mm-hmm. And my whole family, my brother and my parents, are all laughing. They're all in on the joke. And I'm just
Would you
like...
say how old you were?
I don't know exactly the age. We'd have to look up whenever that movie came to video.
Okay.
I was probably like 9. Don't do it. I was probably like 9 or 10. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
But like too young to know what jizz was.
Right.
And like why he would be jerking off before a date, or even what jerking off was. I had no idea.
Yeah.
But I was...
Wait, why was he jerking off before the date? I can't remember.
Because he thought they were gonna have sex, so he didn't want to he didn't want to blow his load too soon. And they're all laughing, and I'm just like, what is it?
Yeah.
What's in her hair though? And I'm like legitimately like asking my family members, and none of them made eye contact with me, and they all just kept looking forward and just ignored me entirely. And I was like,
God.
I had this like sinking realization of like, oh, I'm too young for this. Like, I know that it's something that I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I dropped it. I didn't keep asking. And I'm just like, I feel like everyone has to have a moment like that where they like vividly remember being too young for whatever content they were in front of.
Yeah, totally.
I'm curious what yours
The
was.
jizz one is a big one. I mean, anything jizz related was always like, what?
What was that?
You know what I remember a lot of was my mom, like, we'd be all watching a movie and my mom would be like, Steve, she's too young for this. But, like, she would just kind of laugh and then go get a bowl of ice cream. Like, I saw everything way too young because I was, Mike and Sarah. A lot of, well, Sarah with the scary movies.
Yeah.
Whenever we went on like a trip and the parents would go down to the pool, Mike and Sarah would like put on the worst like R X-rated movies.
Oh God.
And like sit me down to watch them in the hotel room.
Oh my gosh.
So I was corrupted in that way quite a bit.
Yeah.
Then I just have to go about the rest of the day with all these questions in my head.
And they wouldn't explain it to you? Like you weren't asking them?
I don't think so. I think I was probably trying to act like I knew.
Yeah.
Or maybe I did know. I don't know. But the movie I remember most was Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo.
Okay.
Because I must have been like 6.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that?
Yeah. I recently rewatched it. Like within the last year, I rewatched it and I was laughing.
Like all those sex scenes of Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
And like the different, being a male gigolo.
Yeah.
And going up. There's one time with this woman and she's like, cakes and pies. And he's like, oh no. And he's like, I think I made a mistake. And she goes, did you say steak? And like, there's a video of me as a kid when I'm 6 years old, like on a camping trip with my family. And it's like zooming all around to like people trying to like learn how to water ski. And then it cuts really fast to me and zooms into my crooked teeth. And I just go, did you say steak? Like I think 80% of what came out of my mouth when I was younger was just movie quotes and movies that I shouldn't have seen yet. I was constantly singing like Austin Powers, like I want my baby back, get in my belly. I'm sure a lot of kids were, but the Deuce Bigalow, I feel like sex scenes, they always just played out. No one was dancing in front of the TV. They just played the fuck out, and I would sit there sweating. We'd all sit there in silence.
I just remembered my last year for Persian New Year. My whole family got together, my immediate family plus my aunt, uncle, and my cousin, she's the baby of the whole family, but she was 15 at the time, which like the things I was doing at 15, like I know she knows all this. Also, she's like, I know she knows it, but we all just think of her as a baby still, especially the parent, like not her parents, my parents.
She's the last.
Yeah. And we were all in this rental house my parents got in Morro Bay, and we were like trying to decide what to watch, and I was like, you know what? I just started watching this series called Search Party, and I was like, it's really funny. I'll put on the first episode for you guys. And I have this thing, which we can get into in a minute here, but where I just like forget, as soon as I watch something, I forget what happened.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, this is so funny. And I even did like is this age appropriate? Yeah, nothing weird happens. And in the
Search Party with like John Early and
yes,
yeah, best fucking show ever.
it's so good.
Loved it.
And I put on the first episode, and within the first minute, there's a sex scene, and they both just decide. I think they just decide to masturbate next to each other or something.
Oh God.
And everyone's like, Mariam, like, are you kidding? And I'm
And when
just like,
you're the one who
"Sorry."
recommended it.
Sorry. And I'm like in tears, cracking up, because I think I have a history of like
Doing this.
thinking, yeah, I'm like, oh no, it's good. And then as soon as I put it on, I'm like, oh, I forgot that this is like really not appropriate.
Yeah, you're corrupted.
And they
You
were
like to
just
share
like,
your corrupted beliefs.
literally,
with people.
they made us turn it off, and we had to like, and she, poor girl, is like sitting there. She's like, I know what this is. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
a baby. Like, we can watch this. And I was just like, sorry, everyone. So it's become this running joke where I just like can never be trusted for a recommendation.
Well, next time your family asks for a recommendation, you should just quietly put on a porno.
Yeah, exactly. Super appropriate, guys.
Trust me, it gets regular in a second.
Yeah.
It's just kind of bad acting
Just
at
about
first.
this like pizza delivery guy, and I don't know. It's great. Yeah. Figured we all loved pizza.
Yeah. It's family friendly.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was.
Family friendly in that the stepdad hooks up with the daughter. And yeah.
Exactly. Thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 25,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, they can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to the therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you can get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom-picked for you, more scheduling flexibility, and at a more affordable price. You can get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/startatbirth. That's betterhelp.com/startatbirth. BetterHelp, HELP.com/startatbirth. I don't know what it is. I will like watch something, and it's like as soon as it's over, the plot disappears from my memory.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember any details. I will have thoroughly enjoyed something, and then like if someone's like, "Oh, have you seen this movie?" I'm like, "Oh my God, yeah, I loved it." And they're like, "That part when da-da-da-da," I'm just like, now it sounds like I've lied. And
wait a second.
Yeah, like,
I don't remember that.
I never know. When people quote things, I'm just like, okay. Like, I don't remember that line at all. I don't know. I was just watching Harry Potter this weekend, and I've seen Harry Potter. It's like my go-to airplane movie. I always put it on. I'll put it on at night if I can't sleep, just so it's like noise in the background. I know that movie in and out. And I was watching the last one, and I like had a moment where I was like,
The last one.
yeah.
And
And
they're adults.
when they're, well, no, when they're,
The final one.
the final movie.
They old.
Well, okay, but they're not adults.
Okay.
Like it's still within their schooling time in the
Well,
movie.
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it's like
But
the very
anyways.
end, and they're fighting. What's his face? Voldemort. Voldemort.
They're
And-
fighting Voldemort.
And I'm like,
Voldemort come to the front and he say, I got a pizza.
legitimately in my head, I'm like, does Harry Potter die? Like, I'm like watching it just like, does he? I think.
I don't know. I haven't seen the last like two.
Well,
Because I watched the
alert.
first one again and again. Well, don't say it on here.
Why not? Harry Potter's been out for so long. He definitely does not die.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured.
It's a kid's book, and he's the main guy.
You know what? He had quite a few close calls.
He sure did. He really did. That Voldemort really got to him.
Not
a few
me,
times.
not Hermione. Yeah. When they're playing chess,
This is what I'm telling you. I
Jesus.
just watched. I have no
the Chamber
idea.
of Secrets has indeed been opened.
You even do the one you do. I know.
Wingardium Leviosa. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Exactly.
You don't know that one?
That one I know because you've said it so many times that when I was rewatching it, I clocked it.
Okay.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Can't retain it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking love Harry Potter, dude. God, there has to be so many more, but I can't recall.
Okay, we have some home videos. Our big family movie, you said Austin Powers, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Mm-hmm.
Or The Mask, like anything. The Mask was probably one of the biggest hits, where there's videos of Reza and I.
Where's there's videos of Reza and I?
There's videos of us.
When she sucks the dick and he's spinning around. In Ace Ventura, when she sucks the pee out of him and he's spinning around. Tell me I'm not crazy.
What? Again, you're talking to the wrong person. I don't remember.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. That slutty girl comes in and he's like, I have to pee. And she's like, I can do it. And she zips down his pants. And then he's like spinning around, hanging onto a bar.
I don't remember that at all.
Miriam.
Not in the slightest.
Okay.
But anyway, The Mask, there was that, like, he says,
The Mask.
Well, I said both.
Oh.
But I think you just immediately went to the dick sucking.
Because that affected me as a child, and watching it with the family was fucked up.
There you go.
I was like, this is brutal and wrong. And is this what we're expected to do when we grow up? Because I don't want to be sucking pee out of someone.
I'm not ready for
Especially with that weird of a hairdo.
There's something about Mary hairdo. What do these two characters have in common?
Yeah. The suave tidal wave of a front bang.
Yeah. Actually, okay, anyway.
Is there a good point to this?
No. Other than there's
you trying to pivot out of what we were just talking about.
Well, but then there's videos of Reza and I, like, I just copied everything he did, and he would do Ace Ventura impressions and, Jim Carrey impressions, period. Mm-hmm. And he's, like, looking in the camera, and he's like, somebody, stop me. And he's, like, doing the jaw thing. And then I try and do it, but I'm, like, 3 years younger, and it's such a bad impersonation. I mean, honestly, probably pretty close to what I just did.
I need to see that. Do you have these home videos?
Yeah, I'm sure we can find them.
Have all your home videos been digitized?
My parents, over pandemic, they just, like, turned
Can
everything.
someone help my parents do that?
Probably.
Do you have the contact?
Oh, my dad did it all.
What?
Yeah. I'm telling you, parents are...
We got some real gold.
My parents are special.
I asked my parents to look through home videos once, and that was when they found the clip of me saying that I wanted to be a comedian when I was 5.
I mean, that's
what
such
else
a
is
good
on
clip.
there. You know?
Yeah. There's a video of Reza and I sitting on a blow-up alligator, and he's got, like, a rubber snake in his hand, and I'm wearing a Christmas hat in the back, and he's in the front, and we're sitting in, like, a laundry basket or something, and he's just, like, repeatedly whipping the alligator with the snake, like, at a very steady pace, and we're singing jingle bells, like, just whipping over and over and over again.
Oh my God.
We've got really good ones.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of really good ones.
Does everyone think their home videos are the best, though?
I'm sure. Yeah, they're super. It's just so nostalgic.
I do like seeing most of my good friends young, though. I think it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
Someone asked us to post pictures of us as babies.
Oh.
So.
Most of mine are in the nude.
Yeah. Same. Sure, we can find a couple that are appropriate.
Like, I'm always sitting in a pot of mud, like a planter.
Yeah.
Like, hey, go sit in this plot of mud and just eat some. Okay.
No problem. Was already going to anyway. Was on my way there.
I cut off a pigtail when I was young, and my mom saved it in an envelope. She still has it.
You cut off your own pigtail?
Mm-hmm.
I had a baby doll that had a little tuft. I think it was a Cabbage Patch doll, so it had one little tuft of hair in the center. And I named the doll Baby Jesus.
Oh my God.
Because my friend Abby was religious, and my family wasn't. So I was just like,
oh my God.
I don't know, didn't know what the significance of that name. I just had heard it a lot.
Yeah.
And my poor parents were probably like, what the fuck? Why'd she name her Baby Jesus? I had Baby Jesus. And on Christmas Eve one year, I took Baby Jesus' little tuft and I cut it. And so it was just, not only was it a little dot on the top, but it was a buzz. It's like, Baby Jesus.
What'd you do with the haircut?
Threw it out.
Oh
my
my
mom
God.
wasn't going to keep the doll's hair.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
We like really fucked up our My Size Barbie. We drowned her, and then we drew pubes on her with mascara. And then we gave her a haircut that was just so fucked up. And that was another one that my parents were like, why would we ever get you another toy?
Yeah.
We were like, we just wanted to make My Size Barbie grow up the way we are.
Oh my gosh.
I used to always love secretly making my regular Barbies, like have sex
Wow.
or do like very sexual things.
I don't remember doing that.
It was always at my friend Paige's house.
You always got one of those friends.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're doing sexual stuff with their non-genitalia.
Yeah. Oh, I need to mention.
Yes.
So we were gonna add Boston to the tour.
But
Well, we went to book the date, but guys, I'm so sorry to say, Dane Cook wanted it the same date, so they gave it to Dane Cook. He got it.
oh no.
So we're gonna have to push until March because it was supposed to be the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Wait.
And
March.
yes,
Of
a calendar year
2024?
from now. Yeah, because I don't want to play it on like a Wednesday
Yeah. Oh, Dane.
because I could always hop over to another theater.
Listen,
But
Dane, you're probably listening.
listen, Dane, I know you're from Boston, and it's like, but how many times have we played the Wilbur?
Exactly.
You, not me.
Give someone else a shot, you know?
Yeah, you shot movies in your hometown in Boston. Like, we all know you're the hometown hero. Maybe just, you got the whole pizza, throw me a mozzarella stick. The deal is done.
Yeah.
I just, if you see the date up for March 2024, go get your ticket.
Yeah. Oh,
Who knows if the world will still even be in flow.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Whatever.
Whatever, Dane. He changed stand-up.
Yeah, for sure.
His album that he released when we were in high school or whatever. Mm-hmm. I just remember driving to the mountain to go snowboarding, and it was just like we were just listening to Dane Cook the whole way there, the whole way back.
We used to listen to it like driving to lunch in high school.
Yeah.
Or to and fro school.
To and fro school.
Yeah, on our iPods.
Yep. Exactly. Before
I think
iPhone even came out.
I stumbled across the Sebastian Maniscalco special like really early on TV somewhere that I think that was the first maybe stand-up I ever watched, and I was like, this is hilarious. And then my like first high school boyfriend had the Dane Cook albums on his iPod, and we would listen to it.
That's so okay.
But like he was such a like jock, but like
He
Dane Cook
was.
pay-per-view, 15 minutes, let's go.
His cover was the shocker.
Yeah.
I also remember the first stand-up I ever watched. It was Nick Swardson. He had a 30-minute special on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
And I remember he had all these like old person bits where he was like, when I'm old, I'm going to start stealing shit. And about like how his grandma was so impressed that he could like carry a gallon of milk. Like, or his grandma was just impressed by his strength. So he would like play up, picking up common day things. But dude, I watched that so many times. Like anytime it was on, I was just like, I was so into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of those 30-minute Comedy Central specials. That's the thing about Dane's, though, was like it really, do you know the story of his like first 30-minute?
No.
I don't need to be, no,
I don't know a lot of airtime.
I don't know if we need to be sitting here telling Dane Cook stories. I just think I like it because it's something that I've always felt uncomfortable about. Like I remember the first like stand-up TV taping I did. Like you go in, they paint your eyebrows to look all fucking weird. They like have you put on some outfit that's like not you, and then you're just like, I'm so uncomfortable, and I'm doing this for the first time on TV, and I've never felt in something that it's like supposed to be the most yourself. You feel the most unlike yourself. And his like, they made him pick out some fucking silk shirt or something. And it's like 30 minutes. You start here, you do that. It's all like pre-written. Like they have the whole script of the special. And like right before he went on, he like tore off his shirt, came out in a wife beater, and like ended up doing an hour and a half of material or something.
Wow.
And like pissed off all the executives. But it was like a great,
what a rebel.
What a fucking rebel.
Fucking rebel.
Yeah.
Very cool though.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it too. Sometimes you don't want to be in a silk blouse.
No, you definitely don't.
I mean, I remember doing this one MTV show that I did a 10-minute stand-up like mini special on, and Lil Rel was hosting, and I was wearing like Madewell black, kind of like grayish looking jeans, a top that I think I literally got at Goodwill. It was like a crop top with a weird print on it.
Okay.
And Nike tennis shoes that they just put black tape all over to cover up the logos. It's like, this is just...
Sort duct tape on your feet.
It's like, how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, good to be here. Fuck.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, should we get into a little email read?
Yeah.
We got a Circle of Trust entry.
And this one is crazy.
This one's wild. Do you want to read it or you want me to read it?
Sorry, my dentist texted me. This is crucial. Oh, wait, you want to read the wild one? You read the wild one because apparently everyone loves your voice more than mine. I sound like a
Oh
little
my
kid.
gosh, stop.
You do have a really soothing voice, so Jesus, take the wheel, Miriam.
All right.
Okay, guys, this one is pretty fucking nutty, so
This one
hang on to your tits.
Is nutty. Okay.
Sorry.
Hi, sweeties. I have a submission for the Circle of Trust. We have sashayed our way into some dark, dark times. Content warning. Parasites and duties. So on theme. Let's set the scene. I've done some international travel recently. I'll spare the where for fear of incriminating myself. A few weeks after I got home, I noticed what looked like white rice in my turdlets, even though I hadn't had any rice or rice-adjacent snackies. Cue fat bastard. I didn't have any corn. You should have been the one reading this.
I didn't have any corn.
Corn, yeah.
Corn. I got bigger chunks of corn in my crop. I didn't have any corn.
There we go. Okay. If your For You page on TikTok is anything like mine,
Oh, God.
you've been served an influx of those viral parasite cleanse videos lately. My wheels got to turning, and I spiraled down a very gross Reddit rabbit hole. With my suspicions locked in, I dialed a very bored telehealth doctor who insisted the chances of actually contracting a parasite were slim to none, but agreed to shoot me the script if I really wanted it.
God.
Hold on to your butts, girls, because I was right. I took a pill, and 4 hours later, let's just say my roommate moved out. I had really gnarly die-off symptoms 3 days after taking the pill.
Hold up. Die off?
So after the parasite dies off, your body goes through like some weird withdrawal, and they're called die-off symptoms.
What?
So 3 days of extreme fatigue, terrible headache, and brain fog that had me dumber than usual.
Like me coming off Zins.
Exactly. Hold on. Oh, wait. Had me feeling dumber than usual. I guess the plus side is that I'm too grossed out for food, so I've lost 7 pounds in a week. Mother. Miriam, I'd so much rather have your olive soup cleanse.
Mother? I'd like to know what sort of pedestal Miriam holds herself on. I am mother.
So weird that came out. Oh my gosh. Questions for the round table. Will I ever mentally recover from this? How am I supposed to go on my little hot girl walks knowing that I am actually just a barn animal? Oh, second question. How do people eat ass? Why do we do this? No one will be eating my nasty ass ever. Again. Hee hee. I'd like to formally apologize to Team No More Poop Talk, but guys, this is serious.
Dude.
Okay, love you girls. Keep up the good work. XO, Earthworm Slim. Oh, this set the bar for emails, guys.
That is fucking hilarious. Ooh. Earthworms. My roommate moved out.
My roommate moved out. Oh my gosh.
The rice.
Little specks.
Are we talking a turmeric peel off? Are we talking white rice? Are we talking...
I think it was white rice. I think there were little white specks in the doo-doo.
Because I've definitely shat quite a few nuts. And I'm like, I didn't have nuts.
I didn't have any corn.
I didn't have any corn nuts. But the rice one is... oof, dude.
Is that just like little bits of worm? What is that?
I think that's the... what's it called? The larva. Right? Like the sac before the thing is birthed?
Ew.
Isn't that right? Larva.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Well, listen, listener. You can still go on your little hot girl walks because you are no longer a barn animal.
You're a farm animal, maybe.
You cleansed yourself.
But also, as you're on your hot girl works...
Hot girl work.
When you're on your hot girl works, more of your friends might trickle out.
Oh my God, you just leave a trail of them.
Little slime trail.
Ew. Oh
No, I sympathize with this person.
Well, now I'm paranoid because I've done a lot of traveling. You've done a lot of traveling. I've done a lot of international travel. You can just pick these babies up anywhere you go.
I feel like I shits on a problematic level. Like I always take a look at it.
There's next to the toilet. There's preparation H, toilet paper, matches, and a magnifying glass.
No, there's flushable baby wipes.
Sorry.
Soon to be household full of bidets.
There we go. Now we're talking.
A magnifying what I'm turning underneath.
Well, you said a problematic level.
I always take a look. I always look back at it and I go, what are we working with?
You know, it's okay for someone who
Do
can't.
you not?
No, everyone does. It's an evolutionary fact, and I know this because I learned it in 7th grade.
That people look at their shits.
From my science teacher in 7th grade. He said every single person, it's an evolutionary thing. You look at your poop to make sure you're healthy. Huh. So
sometimes you don't have to look at it.
Sometimes you're not healthy.
You're like, I could hear the liquid splash. I know the...
Here we go. Again. We were so close.
I don't care.
I know.
I don't give a damn, Miriam.
I know you don't.
I mean, it's just a part of life. Like, why is it...
I'm not...
It's something we've marketed to be foul.
Yeah. Arguably.
Shit needs a new publicist.
Rebrand. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, I know. Sometimes you don't need to look.
Yeah.
But
like when you were in Bangkok.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely not.
But then you do kind of want to go, well, is it green or is it brown?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You gotta, everyone look. What if it's blood?
I don't like also to be sneak attacked if I'm wiping and then I go, what's this color?
Okay.
I've said too much.
Yes.
I do notice if you have too much red wine, it turns green.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Why not?
Why would it be green?
I'll Google it.
All right. Let's figure it out.
This poor person, though, with the rice and the poop.
I know.
I can't imagine. Why does poop turn green after lots of red wine? Coffee, alcohol, jalapenos, and chili pepper can make you have to poop more quickly. The food...
Not the question we asked.
These foods cause a laxative effect that makes food rush through your intestines too fast for it to change from green to brown.
None of those things you listed were wine.
Alcohol.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, here we go.
Okay.
Flightwinebar.com. Probably where I spend all my days while traveling. Why is my poop green after drinking red wine? This is because red wine contains a chemical called malic acid, which can cause green feces. In this blog post, we'll explore the science of why red wine is the only wine to do it. Told you, Miriam.
Fact checking.
There are some things I know more about than you, and they're bad things. They're not anything to be proud of.
That's okay. Still things, nonetheless.
It's pretty wild.
That is wild.
People are going to back me up on this.
I don't think I've ever drinking enough red wine to notice the difference.
Well, then you haven't been to a wedding in the Bahamas.
Yeah, true.
That doesn't even make sense. It should be rum you're drinking in the Bahamas.
I know.
Our friends just happened to mail over 37 crates of red wine. But that was the dinner that I sharted at.
Oh,
I'll give you the toast. Oh,
I remember.
You remember.
I remember.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay.
Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe we've all got little roommates living in us and we don't even know.
No, let's not.
What if?
I don't think so.
I mean, this person felt totally fine aside from
Well, we all have
noticing little
bacteria
specks.
in us, right?
Yeah.
And plastics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared that we're going to run out of water.
Yeah.
Every time in every little butthole city that I'm going to, when I fill my water bottle up at the airport, I'm like, what is this full of?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, please send us in embarrassing stories. Remember, this is the circle of trust.
That's right.
If you've got weird parasites, that's a new avenue we can go down.
Yeah, we've just crossed over into that.
If you've ever gotten weird road rage incidents, that could be a fun avenue to travel. Mm-hmm. I mean, really, it doesn't have to...
Flight stories.
Flights.
That's the world I'm living in right now.
Yeah. Really doesn't have to end at poop. Like, circle of trust can be anything you got.
I don't think we also ever talked about the shit that went down on the flight that I had. Like, nothing ever was figured out with that.
With what?
When I was flying to Atlanta the week before last, and they were like, we have to divert immediately and land in Oklahoma City because the flight attendants are all saying they can't breathe.
Oh, yeah. I don't even think we talked about that on the pod.
There was no explanation of that. Like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, the flight attendants couldn't breathe, and
They
therefore...
first came on and said that they were, if you'll notice, your screen just changed from like an hour and 30 minutes to we're going to be touching down in 8 minutes. We have to divert to Oklahoma City because the flight attendants are saying that they're having a really hard time breathing. And a couple other passengers, if you're experiencing this, hit your light right now. And we're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And Kendall was like flying hungover, I think. And she was like, I might be feeling it. I was pretty much asleep, so I wasn't really like, I felt fine. But
Yeah.
landed really quick, and all these paramedics and like the hottest like firemen came on the plane. I was like, is this a bachelorette party? What the fuck going on? Y'all motherfuckers rolling up here looking hot as hell. You know, with the little suspenders on, and they're kind of sweaty, and they're like, where's the flight attendants?
Is there a problem?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then I don't know. And then they were like, okay, we do have to deplane. This can't be like solved, but like never told us what might have been going on. They just, as we landed, they were like, there's not going to be another plane that's going to your destination tonight. So you can go talk to the, I think it was Delta. Talk to the Delta desk. And we were just like, all right.
It would be funny if they found out that all the flight attendants were just hungover.
I know.
And the few other people on the flight were also hungover. Like the Kendalls.
Yeah. They communally got us to take the plane down.
Yeah.
It was weird though. Because I was thinking like when they came around with the drink carts, they all looked pretty motherfucking happy.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
I've never had to divert before.
Yeah. For how much I've flown, I feel like there's still so many things that could happen on a flight that I haven't experienced. But
yeah,
I did have to deplane 3 separate planes at the Dallas-Fort Worth airport one time for mechanical issues. So we like all boarded, and then they were like, we sat there for an hour, and then they're like, sorry, gotta get off. Wait at another gate for another flight. Get back on. Sorry. Like the pilot was like, I know this is unbelievable, but you got to get off this one too. And then there was like the third flight. I remember being trapped at that airport for like 13 hours just getting on and off planes that weren't working.
I spent more time at DFW recently than I would like to. But I did just discover the Centurion Lounge.
Yeah, there you go.
The DFW airport pisses me off because it feels like it's like older white businessmen that like look at anyone except for their breed in a lounge and go like, you have no place here.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing here in this lounge?
Yeah.
You scrappy little sweatshirt wearing bitch. Fuck. Like they just think that it's like the world is me and only me.
Yeah.
That's why I don't ever want to go into the Admirals Club. Because that's like the colossal,
right,
the pinnacle of where they gather.
Yeah.
And like it's just dickish
Not
behavior.
your crowd.
No, the Centurion's much more chill.
There we go.
You get a good mix of people, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of like more artists, you know, more easygoing fun folk, not just like khakis
everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I really do think we should have an airport review segment for the next calendar year while you're on tour.
Charlotte walkability, fucking -5. If you want to work out, fly through Charlotte. They did too much. They made like atriums and shit.
Yeah.
They have like rocking chairs everywhere. It's like, do you expect people to just move in here? What the fuck
Maybe.
going on?
As long as it's comfy while you got a long layover. It's only a problem when you got a short one.
Yeah.
Anywho.
And DFW it's just wall to wall, no matter what hour it is. Like, just so packed.
Yeah.
What's your favorite airport?
Well, we've talked about it. I like the Portland airport, but they are going through renovations, which feels like it's been taking forever.
Yeah.
And that has sucked.
Isn't the San Diego airport supposed to be one of the hardest to take off and land at? Because it's like the shortest runway and it's right over the ocean.
Oh, I don't know. The Sonoma one,
sketch.
they mentioned that they were like, it's a super short runway. It's going to feel aggressive. Yeah. But that whole airport is designed like Scooby-Doo, not Scooby-Doo, Charlie Brown themed.
Oh, yeah. I found that kind of odd.
It's super weird. There's just Charlie. I wonder if who's it? Charles Schultz? No. Who wrote Charlie Brown?
Mr. Charlie Brown?
I don't know. Whoever created Charlie Brown.
Dr.
Maybe he was
Seuss?
from there? Dr. Seuss? No, not Dr. Seuss. But yeah, it was kind of cute. I love small airport. Burbank is my favorite airport.
Oh, yeah. I've never been.
What? Dude,
What's my purpose there? Where am I getting to from Burbank?
Portland.
Oh.
Anytime you fly to, I mean, you live on the west side, so it's a little,
Yeah.
it doesn't make much sense. But like, dude, Burbank is so close to me, and it's
Maybe I won't be living on the west
easy.
side for long. Who knows?
In and out, like, never have to wait. The baggage claim is like 2 steps from where you get off the plane, like from the gates. All right, we should wrap up. She's losing it. She's lost it. And that's it, folks.
The coffee, dude.
Maybe a little jittery.
Was this the worst episode ever?
No.
Okay, guys, will you tell us nice things? Because
Tell us nice things. Also, we just got our first feature on Apple, which I know we talked about.
oh yeah, we've been featured on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
As I really like the way they described us.
I
What
know.
did they say?
This infectious dynamic
Infectious dynamic.
will make this duo feel like your friends.
You just want to be the friend.
No.
I'm so sick of you trying to get famous.
Okay.
I'm so sick and tired, Miriam.
This mindset of yours is going to tear us apart. Oh, did that one hit close
That's
to
not
home?
true.
Never know.
That's not
with you.
true.
Okay, good.
I think we spend enough hours. Also, we've done more than 20 episodes now.
I know.
That's more than 20 hours.
More than that.
That's more than
There's a couple unreleased episodes.
That's true. That's more than a full day.
Speaking of which, we want to launch.
Well, we will be launching. We have a
launching.
bunch of episodes that we actually haven't released. So if you are a fan of this podcast, sometimes podcasts can have a shit ton of ads slapped between them. We would like to not do that. So we might throw some up on a Patreon if you want to hear some exclusive stories, exclusive interviews with special guests, celebrities, athletes, entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Just like extra content. We'll do this still every week, but a lot of people have been writing in too that they're like, once a week is not enough. We want more
we want to
content.
we want to be able to do more, and we do rent this studio, and it is very, very spendy. So,
And Chris is expensive as fuck.
Chris is so expensive, and he always wants sides of guacamole.
Always.
And venti Starbucks Mappuccinos.
And when we leave out of here, he's just holding out his hand for a tip. Like, we're not made of money, Chris.
We just want to keep the lights on in here, so it'll be something super small on Patreon. But if you support us, we would love to have you come over to the Patreon. Tons of exclusive stuff on there. And thank you for listening.
Yes. And all the
far.
reviews, all of your comments, messages, like, truly, I know we say it every time, but like, when we read those, it's like
It's
the fuel
life-changing.
for us to keep on going. Like, truly, like, we're just like, oh, okay, people do like this. This is worth it, you know?
Yeah. I do feel like I hit a threshold with you personally, where for a while there I was like, because we weren't seeing each other this much.
No, we weren't.
We were not this close. And like we've always been like, even if we don't see each other for a long time, we get together. We've always like laughed a lot or like caught up for 8 hours on the phone. But we started seeing each other a lot, and I was worried that like you were gonna be a type of friend that I don't.
You can say it.
Hold me accountable. A friend that holds me accountable for things. And I think that worried me for a little bit. But I think we've really gotten over that. And I feel very lucky.
You're so cute. I feel like the last few times we've hung out, you've just been really complimentary and sweet.
Well, you're a great friend,
What do you
Miriam.
want? You want something, don't you?
What can I get from you?
I don't know.
Shout out to your mom's house. A couple swatches for a couch.
Yeah, exactly. Just some good
Here's some
design.
architectural advice. Paint it taupe.
Paint it taupe.
Hey, thanks, Miriam.
Hey, maybe get rid of the Nicolas Cage framed painting. Just kidding. Just kidding.
It's not even in the house. It's been
I know,
collecting
it's on your
dust
patio.
on it.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Okay,
one got
thank you guys
mixed.
for listening. Have a fucking awesome week. Go fuck some people in the fucking ass in a good way.
In a great way. But watch out for parasites because they're around.
You don't want to be living with unknown roommates. Little squatters.
Exactly. Yeah. Send us emails, startatbirthpod@gmail.com. Follow us at startatbirth, at Miriam Grace, at Becky Robinson4, at Entitled Housewife.
All of my tour dates have finally been added. We added all of them through next year.
Yeah. Sorry, Boston.
Boston will hopefully be up soon. God damn it. But yeah, you can get them all at entitledhousewife.com.
Quime.
All the links are on there. The tickets are all live. So go and get them.
Thanks, y'all.
Thanks for listening.